top 50 companies of India. Right? Some people are saying no. All right. See, this is why I wanted to start with the basics. Otherwise, if Shashank comes, nothing you'll understand. Nifty 50 is essentially like India has 7,000 companies in the stock market. Nifty 50 is essentially I take the top 50 companies, which is Reliance, ITC, Zomato, and I invest in that top 50 companies. And if I represent it by one number, it's called Nifty 50. Is this clear? Give me a yes or no in the chat section if this is clear. Everybody is clear? Okay, now there are no no's. Perfect. Now, this is level one. You invest in Nifty 50 and you forget. You forget. Unfortunately, the highest returns you can make by doing this is about 12% returns. Right? Now, if you are at 12% returns, let's see what happens. So I have built a fire age calculator tool. I will give you this tool. If you are present tomorrow live, all of you all will get this tool from me. If you are live tomorrow, let me just show you this. So in this tool, you can put your age, what is the inflation you are facing, what is the returns you can expect, what is your current portfolio like, what is the monthly investment you are doing, how much you are increasing your savings by every year, and what is your monthly expenses. Then you can put other things like buying a house, getting married, having kids, all of these things. Kids' education, kids' wedding, all of these things. If I do this for this particular scenario, you will retire at the age of 67. So getting 12% returns is fine if your income is high. Let us say you are able to save 1 lakh rupees every month. Then it's fine because then you can still retire at 45. But how many of you all are investing 1 lakh rupees every month? How many of you all have an SIP of 1 lakh rupees every month? Give me a yes or no in the chat section. Very few. Very few. Right? If you're investing 1 lakh rupees a month, then great. You can still retire at 45 with this kind of a life. This is a normal life, right? I'm 30 years old. I will buy a house at 45. I will get married in the next 2 years. I will have one child. Normal life. But if you are saving just 30,000 rupees per month today, and there are people who are at a lower number as well, this is your reality. This is numbers and facts. So the only thing you can change, I can't tell you, boss, go and get a better job. I can't tell you, boss, go and replace AI. I can't tell you to do that. Right? I can't tell you to automatically generate more salary than what you have. It's not in your control. Right? So what can you do? What are the things that you can change in your life? Who can answer? Invest better, generate higher returns. That is the only thing you can change in this Excel. Some of you are asking, what is FIRE number? FIRE number is nothing but your retirement number. How much money you need to have saved for you to retire and chill until you are 91. Let me repeat. FIRE number is how much money that you need to have saved so that you can finally quit your job and chill in Goa until you're 90 years old, until you die. So that is what this tool calculates. I will give you this tool, don't worry. Now, let me see what happens if this 12% becomes 15%. I have just saved 6 years of my life. Let me see what happens if this 15% becomes 20%. I have now saved almost 15 years of my life. It was 67, it has come to 52. Let me see what happens if this becomes 24%. I have now saved almost 20 years of my life. And 24%, my friends, is 2% per month, which is what a professional trader can generate. A professional trader has the capabilities to generate between 1.5 to 2% returns per month. Can I get an MB2 in the chat section if this has blown your mind into appreciating why is it important to learn trading? MB2 in the chat section, please. I love it. I love it. Now, You might be like, okay, Sharan, putting numbers on Excel is fine. Can you prove it? Can you show me with facts in the past where these kind of returns were possible? Do you want me to prove it to you? Yes, I can. Let me do it. But before that, I can also show you an automated tool that we have created in the 1% Club. So look at this. This is an automatic tool that I have created. As you can see here, it is connected to AI. I just want to quickly show you this because I think it's cool. So this is my current net worth, which is fetched from my investments across various stuff: mutual funds, stocks, FD, international market, AIF, bonds, crypto, real estate. So it has all of my information. It also has access to my my cash flow, which is my spending, income, bank statements, my transactions. So it knows everything about my life. We've built this internal AI tool. Now, if I have all of this information, it knows my current net worth is 17.1 crore. It knows my investments that I'm making every month is 10 lakhs. My expenses are 8 lakhs per month. My inflation is 7%. Let's say returns I've kept very lower number so that I can be extra careful, 12%. And if I do all of that, it's saying that my FIRE number is 21.9 CR and I can retire at the age of 32. Let's see what happens if I make these returns 15%. Boom. Then my FIRE number is 12.7 crore, which means I have already achieved my FIRE number. I'm already retired. Let us say if I make this 20%, 7.9 crore is what I need to retire, and I'm already retired because I am 30 years old. But let us say your inflation is very high, 10% inflation, because you have very big expenses, you go on international vacations and all of that. So as you can see, you can play around with these numbers in our tool. And I can also ask questions on this. How is my portfolio performing? And this AI is connected to Claude. We have taken Claude, put it into my AI system, and it can answer questions about my portfolio as well. And I can ask more questions as well on top of it. How many of your minds are being blown away with what you're seeing right now? Please write an MB4 in the chat section, please. MB4 in the chat section, please. I love it. I love it. I love it. MB4, for those of you who are just answering, just joining, is mind blown. Your minds have been blown. Mind blown. Mind blown. All right. Now I've shown you a little bit of AI, a little bit of FIRE number. Now let's get back to the topic. Because now I want to show you level 2. Please write level 2 in the chat section if you want me to reveal level 2. And by the way, level 4 is Shashank. So he's coming very, very soon. Just give it another 10-15 minutes and then Shashank will come and reveal all of his trading secrets. Level 4 is Shashank. I am till level 3. All right, let's go to level 2. Level 2 is you don't just invest in Nifty 50. You invest in factors. Now I'm going to take a couple of minutes. For those of you who don't know what the hell is a factor, and you're like, Sharan, what the hell are you saying? I have not heard of these terms. So factor is very simple. Instead of blindly investing in the top 50 companies of India, I will invest based on a strategy. Now, what are these strategies? One could be value. I will invest in only those companies which are undervalued. For example, let me give you an example. Let us say this is a Fossil watch. Can you see this watch? It's a Fossil watch. If I offered this watch to you guys for 100 rupees, would you buy it or not? Yes or no? 100 rupees. Yes or no? Would you buy it? Yes, yes, yes. Why? Because the real value of this watch is about, 15,000 rupees. So if 100 rupees is an absolute steal. Just like that, there are companies in the Indian stock market which are undervalued, much lower than their intrinsic value. Now, how is intrinsic value determined? Like the value of this watch is 15,000 rupees. You know this because Fossil is a big name. It's a big brand. So you know in their stores, what is their prices. In the world of stock market, the way to understand intrinsic value is to look at the minimum value that the company can be worth. Now, what is that? It could be a factor of, hey, this company has, let's say, 100 crores in their bank account. So that is the minimum value, 100 crores they have in the bank account. Or, hey, this company has 500 crores worth of factories. So even if this company goes bankrupt, factory is still there worth 500 crores. They can still sell that factory for 500 crores because the value of land and that building is still worth something, even if the company has gone bankrupt. Just like that, there are companies in the world of stock market which are undervalued. Right now, I think IT sector has gone for a big toss. I think I was just reading the paper today. Yeah. So read this. I hope you can see this. Not this, sorry. Huh. Yeah. Anthropic, which is the maker of Claude, is disrupting the Indian IT sector. What is happening? Indian IT sector was dependent on cheap labor, which is the TCS and Infosys people who are paid very low salary, 4 to 5 lakh CTC, and then they are working for American companies. That is now being disrupted because of AI. So IT sector has dropped by 20% in 1 month. 20% in 1 month. So IT sector is on a structural breakdown right now. Structural breakdown. Nobody knows how low it will go. It will keep falling. And at one point, it will reach a point where the intrinsic value of the company is more than what the share price is saying. That is when it becomes a value purchase. So that is value investing. Now let's come to momentum. AI is in momentum. You already know it. NVIDIA has been in an absolute momentum since COVID, since the launch of ChatGPT, since we started using the word ChatGPT from our mouth. NVIDIA has become 10 times of what it was. Let me repeat that. ChatGPT came out 3 years back. In 3 years, NVIDIA has become 10 times of what it was. So the world of AI is in momentum, which means even if the intrinsic value is not supporting it, because millions of people are investing in this stock. And if people are buying stock, there is demand. When there is demand, if the demand is more than supply, price goes up. That's momentum. Then there is quality. These are companies which will have good balance sheets, lot of money. Like for example, even IT sector are still good quality companies. Why? They have good balance sheets still. Just because AI has come doesn't mean they don't have money in the bank. They still have billions of dollars in their bank. When you have billions of dollars, you can still do something. It's not like you're going to shut shop and go home. Second, they still have good valuations because their price to earnings multiple are at a record low. So these are good quality companies. And the last one is volatility, which means no matter what happens in the world, these companies will not get affected. For example, when COVID came, pharma companies didn't get affected because no matter what happens in the world, there are always going to be people who are sick. There are always going to be people who need to go to the hospital. Whatever happens in the world, people will still need to go to hospitals. Alcohol. People will always drink alcohol no matter what happens in the world. So low volatility companies are those companies which are not affected by geopolitical issues. Is this much clear about the world of factor investing? These are just 4 examples I've taken. There are a lot more factors, but for the purpose of today's session, I want to focus on these factors. Give me a yes in the chat section if this is clear. Every single person should say yes. I've explained it in baby language. I've explained it like I explained to an LKG student. I hope everybody understood. Amazing. I love it. Smart you guys are. Very smart. Very smart. I like it. Now let's see how these guys have performed. So if you've been investing 10,000 rupees monthly SIP in the last 10 years, this is what would have happened in each of these different factors. There is Nifty 50, value, momentum, quality, low volatility. Look at these returns. Nifty 50 gave 13.8%, value gave 20.5%, momentum gave 21%, quality gave 14%, low volatility gave 14.6%. Moral of the story, every freaking factor that I just spoke about has beaten the Nifty 50. So if you can't simply move your money from Nifty 50 into these factors, that's this level 2. Very simple. That's why level 2 is so simple. Because instead of just investing in Nifty 50, which is the top 50 companies of India, if you had blindly invested in these other factors, you would have made a lot more money. Can I get an MB4 in the chat section if this has blown your mind and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Why do I not know all of these things? Now, let me start ranking them. What have I done? I have looked at the 5-year rolling returns. Meaning, what have I done? So in the previous slide, I showed you last 10 years, what is the point-to-point returns? 10 years to now, what has been the returns? That's what I showed you. But I want to show you multiple iterations. What does that mean? You see, in the world of stock market, returns are computed every single day. So depending on when you invested, that 5-year cycle might be different. For example, right now we are in 2026. Okay, let's go back 10 years. 2016. From 2016 to 2026, how many 5-year cycles are there? Let me repeat. From 2016 to 2026, how many 5-year cycles are there? You answer. 2 cycles you guys are telling. Shame on you. I didn't expect this from you guys. Very bad. Very, very bad. You guys need a lot more education than I expected. Very bad. It's not even 9, my friends. It's not even 9. Very bad. So ashamed of this. Very, very bad. How old are you guys? You don't even know this. My God. Let me go back to the basics. Need to start from basics. How many days are there in a year? In 1 year, how many days are there? 365 days. How many of them are trading days in a year? Every day you won't trade. Saturday, Sunday is not there. Saturday, Sunday you don't trade. That much at least you know, right? Saturday, Sunday trading doesn't happen. At least that much you know, right? Thank God. All right. So how many trading days are there? Around 250 trading days are there. Correct? Now every day is a new day. So let us say you started on 1st January 2016. If I add 5 years to 1st January 2016, what do I land on? 1st January 2021. That is the first cycle. Let's go to the second cycle. 2nd January 2016 to 2nd January 2021. That's the second cycle. What is the third cycle? 3rd January 2016 to 3rd January 2021. That's the third cycle. So like this, if you do many cycles and you come all the way to today, where we are 28th February 2026, how many cycles are there? Is it 2? Is it 6? How many? How many? There are thousands. Around thousands of cycles. I don't know the exact number, but what I was expecting from you guys is to at least tell me a number which is close enough. Not 2, not 5. Thousands of cycles. Is this much clear? For all those who answered 2 earlier, is this clear? Is this crystal clear in your head? Give me yes or no in the chat section and then I will move on. Because if you do not know all of these things, guys, there is no point learning trading from Shashank. Please learn the basics and come. Don't waste our time. Please understand the basics before you learn how to trade. Yes? Everybody understood? Perfect. Okay, I still see a few no's. I will repeat once again and then I will move on. I will not repeat again because there are at least, I think, around 10,000 people here. And for the people who are saying no, listen, because 10,000 people are waiting for you to understand now. Listen. In the last 10 years, how many 5-year cycles are there? You have counted earlier as 2016, 2021, 2021, 2026. That's how you counted as 2. Because you were like 2026, minus 2. You were like 10 years are there. 10 divided by 5 is 2. That's how you thought. That's not the right way. Because every year has multiple trading days. Every year has around 250 trading days. So every day there is a 5-year cycle, 5-year cycle, 5-year cycle, 5-year cycle. 1st January 2016, 1st January 2021. 2nd January 2016, 2nd January 2021. 3rd January, 4th January, 5th January, 6th January, 7th January, like multiple days. Tuck, 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 tuck. Because stock market, money never sleeps. Every day we have a price for the market. Every second we have a price for the market. Right? But for the purpose of rolling returns, we look at every day. Every day we count. So you need to count in the last 10 years, how many 5-year cycles are there? Is this much clear now? I hope you guys are 100% clear about what I just spoke about. Give me yes or no in the chat section now. Yes? Understood? All right. All right. Good. Now I started with the basics. What's the point of me showing you a trading chart if you don't even know this? ABCD you don't know, you want to write a book. Impossible. All right. Now let me see. If I look at so many thousands of iterations, now I'm trying to look at probability. Now, how many of you all know what is probability? You must have studied this in school. Statistics. Probability. What is the probability of coming first? Here, first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, fifth rank. So what have I done? In every cycle, I have ranked these 5 different strategies. Nifty, momentum, low volatility, quality, value. Every strategy, I have ranked them every cycle. So if I do that ranking and I see what percent of the time these guys have come first. So momentum came first 81% of the time. Value came first 19% of the time. The other guys didn't come first even once. Moral of the story, momentum and value investing have the highest probability of coming first in a 5-year period. Is this much clear? Yes or no in the chat section? Yes or no in the chat section if this much is clear. And can I please get an MB5 in the chat section if looking at these statistics and numbers is blowing your mind? Why have I taken Nifty first? Because Nifty, guys, is the default. It's like your dal chawal. So everything is compared with Nifty. Nifty 50. That's why I'm comparing them. Perfect. Now, don't just go after returns. You also look at the drawdown, meaning how much it has dropped in value, worst case scenario. Because somebody said volatility is also very high. You can't just look at returns. Volatility is what is the drop in the value. See, this is COVID. This is COVID. You see this drop? And these are the different strategies that I've taken. We have analyzed this. See the drop. 35% drop during COVID. So I can't just optimize for returns. I also need to optimize for risk. I know risk hai to ishq hai, but can't take too much risk also. So look at this. Quality has the smallest drawdown. During COVID, quality fell by only 17.7%. Nifty fell by 30%. Value fell by 36.5%. So moral of the story, if you want to level up from level 1 to level 2, you will follow this investing strategy. 50% take a picture. 50% in momentum, 25% in value, and 25% in quality. This is based on back-tested data of thousands of iterations over the last 10 years. Even if you look at a longer time period, the results will be similar. Value and momentum will always be the best performing indexes over a 5-year period, and quality will be the best risk management strategy for any given period. Can I get an MB6 in the chat section? MB6 in the chat section if this is blowing your mind. All right. Now, let's go to level 3. Write level 3 in the chat section and I will open level number 3. All right. Level 3. Level 3 is when I will give you a teaser of trading. What did I say? Level 3 is when I will give you a teaser of trading. It's not trading yet, but you will now start appreciating why trading changes the game. What did I say? Level 3 will help you appreciate why trading changes the game or whatever I just spoke about in level 2. Because whatever I spoke in level 2 changes. Because if I look at every year, not 5 years, every year. Earlier, I was looking at a 5-year cycle. Now I'm like, I don't have time, bro. I don't want to wait for 5 years. I want to wait for 1 year and see what happens. What happens? Let's see. If I look at only 1 year ka returns over thousands of iterations, let's see what happens. Again, I did the same analysis, ranking. Value came first 48% of the time. Momentum came first 22% of the time. Nifty came first 10% of the time. Everybody has started coming first at least once in their life. Because if you are looking at 1 year ka returns, multiple iterations, thousands of iterations, everybody has started coming first now. And guess what? Momentum, who was coming first 80% of the time before, here, 81% of the time he is coming first, momentum, is now coming first only 22% of the time. Whereas value, this guy has come first 48% of the time. Please write an MB6 in the chat section if this is blowing your mind. And I hope you are now starting to appreciate the power of rebalancing your portfolio every year instead of investing and forgetting for 5 years. So let me go one step further. Let me show you what were the best performing factors every year from 2015 to 2023. 2024 I have not shown you, but till 2023 I will show you. 2015, low volatility came first. Nifty is minus 2%. Low volatility came first. 2016, momentum and value came first. Look at this. Momentum and value gave 38%. Nifty gave 19%. You would have made 19%. 38 minus 19 is 19. Alpha is the difference between the two. Alpha is the difference between the two. So 4 minus 2 is 6. 38 minus 19 is 19. 19 minus 12 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 5. 68 minus 45 is 23. That's alpha. Alpha is what? Outperformance. This is what every fund manager's report card is. This is what everybody is judged on. If you cannot generate alpha, I will take my money out. I will not give you my money. Everybody is rewarded for generating alpha. So look at this. 2020, COVID. Look at the COVID recovery. Everybody made a lot of money during COVID. Everybody who invested in stock market during COVID made money. Everybody thought they were Warren Buffett. So Nifty 50 itself made 45%. So I'm sure all the 10,000 whatever people are there over here, you guys have made almost 50% return. But guess what? You still underperformed somebody who invested in value, because value, which took a huge beating during COVID, if you had invested in value at the drawdown level, you would have made almost 70% return. Same thing happened in 2023, 75% returns. How many of you all made 75% returns in 2023? Can I get a yes or no in the chat section if you made 75% returns in 2023? No, 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 no. Can I get an MB7 in the chat section if this data, real data of the past, is blowing your mind? So guys, if this is the reality, don't you think it is possible for us to generate at least 20% returns? Don't you think it's at least possible for us to get 20% returns? If this is the possibility, I'm not saying you're the perfect investor who is investing in the best performing fund every year. Not possible. Very difficult to do it. Because it's luck also. Every year you will not know which is the best. It's luck dependent also. Nobody is that good. Because if you were that good, you would have made 34%, 10%, 45%, 12%, 19%. Like you would have made you would have made 38%, 19%, 7%, 68%, 75%. On an average, you would have made like what, 30, 35% CAGR. It's not possible to do that every year. It's tough. But can't we at least achieve this? Yes or no in the chat section. Can't we achieve at least this if you put a little bit of effort? Yes or no in the chat section. I'm not saying it's easy, but you need to put some effort. If you put effort, can't we achieve this? Don't you think you owe it to your family to do this? Because if you are at 12%, like everybody else, you will retire at 67. So don't you think you owe it to your family and your kids to put in that time and effort and energy to generate these kind of returns so that you can give them a better financial life? Yes or no in the chat section. I owe it to myself, somebody is saying, right? Don't you owe it to yourself? You put so many hours in the office. You travel 1 hour every day, up and down, Uber to go to office. You sit for 12 hours in that office to get your 1 month salary. And then you pay 4 months of salary to the government in taxes. So don't you owe it to yourself to learn how to manage your money better? If you have put so much effort to get that money, can't you put some additional effort to manage that money better? Yes or no in the chat section, please. Yes or no in the chat section, please. Yes, 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 yes. So this is what happens. Let's summarize level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1, Nifty 50, you get 11 to 12% returns. Level 2, if you invest in factor mutual funds like momentum, value, quality, if you create a mixture of them, you will get 14 to 15% returns, historically speaking. If you are able to rebalance your factors effectively by, instead of looking at 5-year horizons, if you look at a 1-year horizon and learn how to rebalance effectively, you can generate 18 to 20% returns also. But how do you go to the next level? How do you breach 20% returns, 30% returns? How do you do that? Before I tell you how you can do it, let me tell you why you can't do it in a fund. Let me explain. See, all these funds that I was talking about, low volatility, momentum, quality, Nifty 50, these are funds at the end of the day. Now, these funds, at best, rebalance every 6 months. Do you know what rebalancing means? The fund manager will sit and decide what to sell, what to buy. That's called rebalancing. Is this much clear? Is this much clear? The fund manager will sit and decide what to sell, what to buy. Every day he doesn't do it. In a fund of factor funds or index funds, once every 6 months they sit and do this. What to sell, what to buy. Once every 6 months. Why? Somebody is asking, why can't they do it every day? Because, my friend, when you are managing 1,000 crore, 10,000 crore, 50,000 crore, you can't do buy and sell every day. You can't do it. You have so much money. Because if you buy and sell every day, there is nobody to buy and sell every day at that volume. If I sell, hey, I want to sell 1,000 crores of HDFC Bank. If there is no buyer for that day, what will I sell? Impossible. But you guys are not sitting on 10,000 crores, are you? How much money are you sitting on? Please put in the chat section, what is your capital that you are sitting on? Suit is saying 45 lakhs. Shoaib is saying 20 lakhs. Then there is 1 crore, 25 lakhs, 7 lakhs. Vinay is saying 32 lakhs. Dino. Kushal is saying 1 lakh. Karthik is saying 25,000. Pradeep is saying 50 lakhs. 25 lakhs. Sangeet is saying 2 crore. Radhakrishna is saying 10 lakhs. Donovan is saying 1 crore. Nagushanti 50 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 85 lakhs. Now, when you are sitting on a capital which is less than, let's say, 10 crores, you can do this. You don't have to wait for 6 months. You can do every month. Why wait for 6 months when you have a smaller capital under 10 crores? Because there are enough people in the market to buy every single day at your volume. You are not sitting on 10,000 crore. You are sitting on 1 crore, 2 crore, 50 lakh, 50,000, whatever that number is. So what if you could find those winning companies yourself? How many of you all would want to learn that? Give me a big yes in the chat section. Because this is when I will let you open the door to level 4. So please write unlock in the chat section. Then we will open level 4 for you. It's 12:04 p.m. We finished the 1 hour mark because level 4, my friends, is momentum trading. We saw that momentum factor index was one of the best performing index in the historical returns. But these indexes wait for 6 months to do the rebalancing. What if you could do it every day, every month, every week? And the person who's going to teach you this, by showing you his own personal portfolio, by showing you his own personal returns of last year, he's going to show you his verified PNL. He's going to show you his Zerodha verified PNL, where he made crores of profits just last year. And in the last 2 years, he has made 2 crore profit. He has 700,000 followers on social media. He has 10 plus years of experience in the world of stock market. And most importantly, he is a SEBI registered research analyst. How many of y'all want to learn from a SEBI registered research analyst, where he's going to show you live proof of how you can make money in the stock market? Please write a big yes in the chat section, and I will bring on Shashank. I think, Shashank, the time is here. I think the audience is set. The energy is on. I think the finance concert is now ready. I think the lead singer has arrived. Shashank, I'm going to give the mic to you. It's now your time to start singing because the audience is on fire. Let us begin. And guys, I will see you guys at 1 p.m. sharp. Until then, Shashank is the leader of the show. Let us begin.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharan. Thanks a lot. Hey, guys, all of you guys can hear me clearly? Yes. All of you guys can hear me clearly. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful. First of all, thanks a lot for taking your time out for this masterclass. And I will ensure that whatever time you give me, I'm going to give you the maximum benefit for this entire masterclass. Okay, awesome. Now, let me quickly share my screen. But before we do that, let me first explain what is the entire agenda of this masterclass, right? As you guys know that this is going to corely focus on the metal trading masterclass, right? So we have a lot of content that I will deliver for you. I will teach you multiple different things, but the base or the core of this would be metals. Now, why are suddenly everyone looking at metals? Why are you looking at metals? Okay. Till now, none of us were even interested in looking at silver or gold. But do you agree that in the last few months, everyone is talking about silver and gold? Do you agree to that statement? And also, can I also safely say that most of you guys are now also scared of investing in silver and gold because you feel that it has gone up a bit too much? Yeah. It is very difficult to analyze whether it's good or bad. And if you look at the market today, right? Earlier, we were only looking at gold and silver. But if you look at the market today, there are multiple different things happening. First, we had the entire situation with rare earth materials, if you remember, right? Rare earth materials became a problem. China made a big game out of it. A lot of metals started going up, number one. And then you also saw gold and silver going up because of geopolitical issues, silver going up because of industrial demand, and so many things are happening at such breakneck speeds that you or me are not able to keep track of it, right? But I will tell you one thing today. All of us are not looking at the right place. Okay? All of you guys are not looking at the right place because your horizon is limited to gold and silver, little bit of copper, you know. Do you agree to this statement? You know gold, you know silver, and a little bit of copper. But today, I'm going to expand that horizon. I'm going to show you how I do things, right? Because we are not limited to gold and silver. How do I buy? For example, look at this very carefully, okay? How do I go and buy all the gold mining companies in the entire world? Okay, think about this. Now, what has happened in the last few days? Listen to this very carefully, or in the last few months. Gold mining companies in the past, when they find a gold mine, they put a lot of machinery, they put a lot of capex, you know, they put a lot of investments to go and dig this gold. And they did this 3-4 years ago. Suddenly, what happened with all the gold going up almost 120, 200%, all these gold miners are saying, I put 100 rupees in the past and my calculation was 20% return by mining this gold. And at that time, the price of gold was, let's say, 4,000 rupees. Now it has gone to 15,000 rupees, but the 100 rupees is still the same. And because of that, my revenue is gone up 2 to 3 times. right? That is how we actually look at things. When you always look at gold and silver, let the retail audience go there. We will go into different places. And today I will be showing you some glimpses of that. Okay. Now let me tell you exactly what we're going to do in this today masterclass, because you came to learn metal, but I said, why only teach you metal? Why not go one step or maybe two steps ahead? Would you be interested in going two steps ahead as well? Or you just want metal though I will do. That is my promise to you, that I have said that I will do that. But I said, let me go one step ahead. Let me also teach you a strategy that is very interesting in India. And you won't see this strategy anywhere else in India, because I have not put it on YouTube. I've not put it anywhere else. So this is something that we use ourselves. So I will show you how to do that strategy, how to work that strategy in India. Okay. That works absolutely in India. You don't have to do anything else. After that, I will also show you these metal indexes, how to actually play the metal game. After that, I will also show you AI metal bot that we have created to actually find out pure play momentum. So I will show that to you as well. And then I'm talking about the whole thing, what I'm going to show you for the next 2 days. After that, I will also teach you a little bit of US stock investing. Why stop at metal and India? Why not go to US as well? Right? Because I think all of you guys, would love to also invest in US. So I will teach you how to do that in US as well. By the way, all the things that I teach you today, the max investment you would need here maybe is a ChatGPT Pro plan. Everything else would be free. Okay. All the other things that I show you, all the tools that I use will not have any kind of cost. Right. So we will go one step ahead and we will learn a little bit about US stock investing. And if we learn US stock investing, India stock investing, metal stock investing, why not teach you a little bit of global investing as well? Right. Because I recently have bought shares of, let's say, European zone. Right. But you don't know why I have bought it. But let me explain all of that. And this is going to be the entire 2-day masterclass. Are you excited to now start learning one by one? Right? Where I cover everything for you. I know you guys came for metal too, I will teach you. Right? But I said, if you want to become an all-rounder, right? You don't want to be only a batsman or only a bowler, right? I will make you an all-rounder, right? You can become the Jadeja of investing. Let me show you that. And let me go one step at a time. Obviously, we have enough time. We have 2 days. So that is why I said, keep your eyes open, everything ready. And I will slowly teach you in the most easiest way possible. Are we clear? All good? Yes? Wonderful. Okay, now before I begin, let me quickly show you, as Sharon mentioned, I'll quickly show you some examples. So this is my Zerodha account. As you can see, it will be written Udapa Ventures Private Limited, which is me, I'm Udapa. So this is my corporate account that I use to sit and trade as much as possible. So let me show you, this is the PNL of Zerodha. As you can see, I'll go back here again, right? Now, if you see, I can show you both. I'll show you futures and options first. So current FY, which is this FY that we are in, I mainly do futures and options, right? But I will show you the strategy behind it. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Now, if you look at futures and options this year, because this year has been absolutely terrible, we are at a gain of 6.32 lakhs. Okay. Realized gain. Charges, obviously, because the government takes a lot of my money. 5.4 lakhs is the profit as of now. Okay. If I go to previous FY, which is last year, the total revenue made on this is 1.05 crores. Taxes is around 12, and 92 crores was what came into my bank at the end of it. Yes, taxes, all of that I have to pay. You don't ask me about that, but it is 92 lakhs more than what I had last year. And if I had to show you till date, from, let's say, inception, let me go back to 2018 to now. Okay, 2018 to 2026, where we are now, let's say 28 Feb. And you can see that the total revenue I've made only from trading income, and this is only, by the way, India, trading income is basically 2.19 crores, and the total realized capital or realized gain is 1.99 crores, right? And if you look at equity, the total equity portion, again, from when I've started, is around 17 lakh crores. So 2 crores plus 1.7, it's around 2.17 crores. Somebody's asking capital. I'll show you capital. I'll show you the entire capital curve of my entire portfolio as well. So I'll go to my dashboard and you can keep zooming out. So you can see I started with a very small amount. Let me, how do I do this? Account value. Okay. You can see it here, right? I started back here with around 6 lakhs. Then I went to 32 lakhs. And then I think obviously in 2023, when the whole market did well, my portfolio went up to almost 2.2 crores, as you can see. After that, over here, when I reached in December 2024, the market started turning extremely bad. I removed this entire 2 crores. Out of that, I kept only 40 lakhs back into the account. I removed the entire profits, put it in real estate, and I'm sitting with real estate investments from that, right? So this is basically how the account has grown. Okay, this is Zerodha, so I can't hide anything. So this is how much the account has grown, and I've taken most of that money out now. And now I'm regrowing this account again. As you can see, it started with around 32. Now it's gone up to 65. So slowly it is growing. Little by little, I will grow it, right? Coming to US stock investing, this is one part of my portfolio which is here. If I show you US stock investing over here, let me show you my US stocks. You can see here, I'll show you the realized gain, realized gain till date is approximately $6,378. This is since I've been trading on IND Money, which is, you can use anything you want, right? I'm not legally bound with anybody. You can do whatever you want. But in the US stock investing, we are basically, the amount deposited is 28,791. So you can see that also. Here it shows very clearly 28,781 and the gain is around 6,378. So if you want to calculate the return, 6,378 divided by 28,000 is approximately 22%, approximately 22% in the US market for now, right? So this is very good. I'm very happy. I'm not crying too much about 22%. I'm not too greedy in life because I believe that every year you should compound a little bit, compound slowly and keep growing as much as possible.
Also,
right?
these are USD returns.
Yeah, these are USD returns. Yes, guys, these are USD returns. So it is 22% that I made with dollar to dollar. But I started investing in US much long ago when the dollar was at around 80, 81. So just by not doing anything, also I have made around 12%. So this is now, if I remove this, whatever money that is there, and I take it back into my account, when it gets converted to INR, I will get another 12% more. So all of this is basically USD. So it is more beneficial for me to keep it in USD as of now. Yeah. Cool. So can we begin now? Just wanted to show you a bit of what I've been doing, how I do things. But are you okay to start now? Yes, let's go. Wonderful. So first, let me do one thing. So on Telegram. So on Telegram, basically, I have a community on Telegram of around 2,965. So here we give a lot of trades to our community. Like recently, we gave IAU, which is basically gold, right? And I'll show you a little bit about it. I'll go deeper into it very soon. So coming to this, right? So what we do is I give them a weekly pulse. Every day I give them a pulse and every week I give them a report. What does this report do? This gives me a basic check of all the commodities that are there along with my comments on the left of what is happening with each commodity. And I think you guys have seen the gold, you guys have seen silver. We track crude oil as well. And I'll tell you all of this will make sense why I'm talking about gold, silver, crude oil, USD, INR. Every single thing will make sense to you when I actually tell you how these correlate into going into trading, right? But before we go directly into metals, can I first show you the strategy that we use and then show you how we use it in metals? Would that work? Because without showing you the strategy and how it works in India, it would not make sense to show you the metals directly because you will get confused. So first, let me begin by showing you the strategy of how this works in India and how this actually makes very good gains in India as well. I'll show you that. And then we can slowly go into the US, we can go into metals, and we can put this strategy across for us to look at interesting things. Ready? Okay, number one question to all of you guys. Since the fall of 2024, how many of y'all, what is the return percentage of our gains? Can somebody tell me since 2024, how much returns has Nifty 50 given, which is the India's index? Since 2025 September, since the fall of 2025 September, how much returns? 12%, 5% CAGR, 20%, 0%, okay, 0% since 2025 September when it started falling. And this is Nifty 50, by the way. Okay, very good. Let me show you the correct answer. Most of you guys were almost correct, but 95% of the people were wrong. And let me show you why. Since the fall of September 2024, currently we are at minus 4.25%. Since the fall of September 2024, we are at minus 4.25%. Does that seem correct now? Minus 4%. So sad. Leave that. Since the fall of 2024, do you know how many days it has been since that time? It has been exactly 518 days or 353 trading days. 518 days since we have seen any returns, since the market has seen returns. Is that good or is that bad? It hurts, right? A little bit it hurts. -4%. And that is why you see everyone suddenly says, oh no, what we should do, we should go back to FD, we should not invest in the market and all of that. You might have heard of all those statements, right? But this is what happens. But obviously, it has been 500 days. It's been a long duration. It's been 1 year of trading that has not given any kind of returns. And even the market, it has not been very kind, right? If you look at the market, it has gone down, went up, went down, went up, went down, went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I came up, India US trade deal fell down again. So, do you feel that the market today is extremely volatile? Do you feel that the market today is extremely volatile? It's not normal, it's just extremely volatile. But my question to you is, do you think in the same period, in the last, let's say September 2024 to now, do you think in the same period stocks have made returns or not made returns, or maybe made only little bit returns? What do you think? Big returns, small returns, or no returns? Okay. Can I say that many stocks have given 50-60% returns? Can I say that? No, many stocks have not given 50-60% returns. Can I say maybe small returns, 10%, 12%? Quite good, 10-12% is possible. But majority of them have not given returns. That also we agree. Now let me show you the power of investing at the right time, right place with momentum. And how many of you all have heard this statement that large caps will not give returns? Only small cap and mid cap will give returns. Don't invest in Reliance, invest in some small cap that can become the next Reliance. How many of you all have heard this statement? Right? Everyone says this. Biggest lie that all of you guys have been told. Biggest lie. That large cap does not give you returns, only small cap and mid cap will be returns. You want me to show you the small cap index? Right? You want me to show you how small cap looks right now? This is how small cap looks right now. Right? From the fall of September 2025, okay, from here, the index is down 15%. Index is down 14.64%. That means your stocks would be down 30% approximately. Do you agree to this statement? Yeah. But if you had to make money in this last 1 year, let me show you the possibilities. Okay. Have you heard of this very unique company called Bharti Airtel? Have you heard of Bharti Airtel? Do you need any kind of brains to look at Bharti Airtel? There's only two companies in India, telecom industry, right? They are completely away from all your Trump tariff. They don't care at all about Trump tariff, right? Some Iran, Israel war, whatever, Russia, Ukraine war, this guy does not care, right? But if you look at this company, what has it done since the fall of September 2024? This company from the fall of September 2024 has given around 5.84 returns, and it had peaked out literally last 2 months ago. It had peaked out at 21%. And this is Bharti Airtel, which is, I think, the second largest company, right? Without you thinking too much. Leave that. Have you heard of Larsen and Toubro? Have you heard of LT, Larsen and Toubro? Yes, you would have seen it everywhere. They have a finance company called LTF, which I don't think many of you guys would have heard. If you look at Larsen and Toubro over here, this has also given 46% return in the same period. I'm not even showing you banks. This is NBFC, 46%. Interesting. You want me to show you more examples? By the way, all large caps, huh? Muthoot Finance. Look at this. Approximately 60% return. 60% returns when the whole market is down 4%. This is also a very big company. By the way, large cap again. Is it a small cap? Is it a mid cap? It's an absolute large cap. Leave that. I'll show you all the big guys. Shriram Finance. Do I even need to do this? Look at this. 46% returns. Interesting or not interesting? Very interesting. By the way, all large caps. I'm not even going into small and mid where the risk is too high. Leave that. Do you remember your lunch break stock? Lunch break, SBI. This is SBI. This is SBI, where we keep making fun of SBI saying it's lunch break. It's given 38% returns in that same period. And you think it's only banks? Absolutely not. You want me to look at two-wheeler companies? I'll show you two-wheeler companies. Look at this. Two-wheeler companies, 32% returns from a two-wheeler company. So it's not like there is no returns in the market. By the way, Nifty is down 4.2%, but at the same time, how can there be 10, 15 large cap companies giving 30, 40%? Have you understood that math is not adding up? Have you realized that it is interesting? It is weird. Yes, there is so many. I can keep naming more companies. Mahindra and Mahindra is there, right? Ashok Leyland is there. So many companies are there. Already 15, 20 companies I've shown you, like with respect to companies in the large cap, low risk, Eicher Motors, absolutely correct. So these are very interesting companies. But then you have this question, Shashank, all this is fine. How do we find the companies when they go up? How do we find these companies when they're actually going up? Today, if I had to find those companies, how would I play it? Would that be a statement that you have? Okay, Shashank, all this is like past information, which is great. I understood that this is a possibility that even if the market is down, we can make money. Then please show me where can I make money from? I said, okay, chalo, let's give you a very nice introduction to learning a new strategy for all of you guys. Okay, let me break some more interesting facts for you guys. Listen to this, okay, very carefully. If a stock is going up like this, maybe fell down for some reason, war, came back up, and then finally came up, and it has reached its all-time high. Would you buy right here at the all-time high? It is absolutely at its all-time high. It has never reached this point. Only once it has reached this point. Would you buy at this all-time high position? Okay, 95% of the people are saying no. Fair enough. Why are you saying no? Why are most of you guys saying no? Can I say that the common statements are, Shashank, it is overvalued. It has already gone up so much, right? It will now fall. Correct? These are the possible statements that you might say. Guys, think about this very carefully. If a stock is at all-time high, doesn't it mean that something good is going on with that company and it is going up to break its all-time high? Yeah. Most of the retail investors have been fed in this mindset that if a stock is at all-time high, do not buy it, it will go down. But most of the traders who are smart will never buy a stock when it's down. They will only buy towards all-time high breakout. I'll tell you the reasoning why. And again, I will only give you logic because we work only on logic, right? We cannot work on hope, faith in trading. We have to work on pure logic. Can I say that for every company, listen to this very carefully, every company that goes up, makes a new high, can I say that at some point it had to break its all-time high? Maybe at some point in the past, this was all-time high and it broke it. Then it made a new high, then again broke it. At some point, this was an all-time high, which it broke. Some point, this was an all-time high, it broke. So if a company has to go up and give you returns, by default, it has to break its all-time high. And a stock will break multiple all-time highs to go up. One all-time high doesn't mean that it is over. Correct? Common sense. Reliance was at 100 rupees in the past. Today it is at 1000. Means how many times it has broken all-time high in the past? Right? You want me to show you with an example? Because we believe in examples. Let me show you Airtel again, which I showed you before. Now look at Airtel. Right? Let me zoom out. Now look at Airtel. This is an upward chart. All of you guys can see this upward chart. That means at some point, this was the all-time high that it broke out right over here. At some point, again, it went up and made another all-time high over here. And again, it made another all-time high over here. Maybe another all-time high again. Let me do it faster. This was an all-time high. This was an all-time high. One more, fell down, took some time, broke this again at this point here, made another high, broke it again, made another high, broke it again, make another high. Now this is the high. Almost 10 highs have been broken. All of them are all-time high. Now, if you have the notion and say that, Shashank, this is all-time high, I will not buy, then how can you think about making any kind of ROI? Right? I can show you all the companies that have gone up. You take your LTF. Can you see here now, same logic, any company that is going up, can you see that it has made multiple all-time highs? This was the first all-time high it broke, made this high, broke this, made this high, broke this, made this high, and then came back down here, came back down here. Now this is the high. Correct, right? Coming to the second statement to you to make you understand why all-time high is very interesting. Please listen to this very carefully. When you buy at all-time high, please understand there is no seller on top. when you buy at all-time high, it is a fresh high. Can I safely say that there is no sellers on top? The only sellers will be the guys who bought right now. The guys who bought at this price are the new sellers, but upper there is nobody putting selling pressure. Let me give you an example. How many of you all have Paytm or bought Paytm during IPO price? How many of you all bought Paytm in that hype and bought Paytm and got stuck in IPO price? Let me show you Paytm. Okay. Let me show this to you because this is the perfect example. Look at this. Paytm launched its IPO, went up to 2000 rupees and then just kept falling, fell, came back here. That means there are someone who's bought here, somebody who's bought here, somebody who's bought here, somebody who's bought here. That means every time the stock tries to go up, the guys who bought here are now exiting, pushing the price down. Then again, it tried to go up, right? Again, it tried to go up. Again, it got the same pressure from these guys, fell down. Again, it tried to go up. It got selling pressure at this point now. At this point, there is selling pressure because a lot of people have bought here, which is making the price. Now, again, it has to fight all of those people. It has to do that battle and then go up. Again, it will have selling pressure here. Again, it will have selling pressure here. And then finally, it will go and break 2000. Don't you think buying at 2000 would be great now? If it goes up to 2000, buying at this point would be great because there is absolutely no selling pressure. Yeah, there's no past buyers. If you buy at all-time high, there is no past buyers. Hence, it is one of the best periods to invest. Superb. Now, coming again. And don't worry, I'll show you how to do this strategy and then I'll show you how to use this in metals also and which metals to use also I will show you. Okay, so don't worry, we're doing a complete all-round strategy. I don't want to directly give you the answer because I want to leave you today where you can do this by yourself. Is that fair enough? Yeah. Now, have you heard of this term called moving averages? Have you heard of this term called moving averages? No, let me explain. As you know, that a stock basically goes up like this, right? Maybe falls down, maybe goes up, maybe falls down, maybe goes up. Now, in the market, there are something called moving averages. Okay, what does moving average mean? There is 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average, and 200-day moving average. As the name suggests, it is the last 20 days price average, last 50 days price average, last 100 days ka price average, and last 200 days price average. All this is fine, but we only need to focus on 200-day. What if the stock breaks 200-day average? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? If the stock suddenly goes down and breaks its last 200-day average that it had created, maybe one nice big 200-day average was there, and it broke that 200-day average over here, is that a good news or a bad news? Okay, it is definitely bad news. Can we safely say that it is definitely bad news? That if a stock breaks 200-day moving average, then it is absolutely terrible, absolutely bad, because something has gone wrong. I don't care what it is. You don't need to care what it is, but something has gone wrong with the stock. Correct? That means also clearly I'm saying it is not in momentum. Is that fair to say? That it is not in momentum. Agreed? Okay. So rule number 1 is what? That we would like to buy at all-time high. Do you agree to that statement? That was rule number 1. What was rule number 2? That if the stock is below the 200-day moving average, we will not buy it. 2 rules are clear. Again, 2 rules are clear. 1, we will buy at all-time high. Second, if it is below 200-day, we will not touch it. If I combine rule 1 and rule 2, a very interesting strategy comes out. Should I show you how that works? Should I show you how that works? And you'll be mind blown, okay, a little bit when I show you how this actually works in real life with multiple examples, right? Let me show you. So basically, what are we looking at for this strategy? We are looking at a stock that went up, fell down for some reason, fell down so much that it went below the 200-day moving average. Okay, fell so much that it went below the 200-day moving average, which is bad. But then something happened with the stock. After this, something happened with the stock. Within the next few days or months, it broke all-time high. This is what we are looking at. Number 1 is it made some high in the past, all-time high. Then it fell below 200-day moving average, which is the point number 2 where we will not buy. But then something happened in the stock. It broke all-time high and created point number 3. And this is where you will take an entry. Should I show you with an example? Should I show you multiple times with an example? Yes. Okay, wonderful. First things first, we have to add 200-day moving average. Yes. Now, please write this down. This is a free indicator that you can use by yourself. Absolute free indicator. Let me show you this again. I'm going to indicators. As you can see here on top here, you can see indicators. Click on indicators. It opens indicators, metrics, and strategies. Come here and then basically type 20, 50, 100, 200. Can you see this first thing that has come? EMA 20, 50, 100, 200 by Dr. Sweets. Can you see that? The one I've shared, I've put a star over here. Yeah, this is, by the way, TradingView. You can use one indicator for free on TradingView. Don't worry, you don't have to pay any money to use this. Got it? This is TradingView. Free, you can use one indicator, no problem at all. Just click on indicators and search for 20, 50, 100, 200. You will see something called this EMA 20, 50, 100, 200 by Dr. Sweets. We will click on this. As soon as we click on this, see what happens on the chart. Can you see some lines have been drawn now on the chart? Can you see there is a red line, orange line, blue line, and a purple line? Can you see these 4 lines? Yes, that is the 20-day average, 50-day average, 100-day average, 200-day average. By the way, I'm on the daily chart. Okay, I'm on the daily chart. But what do we need for our strategy? Do we need 20, 50, 100, or we only need 200? What do we need for our strategy? Only 200. So I will click on this button called show indicators, and you can see this 20, 50, 100, 200 is here. I will click on the settings icon here and just delete the other 3, which is the 1, 2, 3. I will delete. And this purple one, I'll just make it a little thicker for us to see clearly. And that's it. Now I have removed all the others. I only have this. Now, can I go back to the examples I showed you in this chart? And can we see if this pattern works? 1, 2, 3 pattern is there with the momentum. Can I show you that? We'll do it with actual examples. Yes. Okay, let me show you something. I'll go one by one. If I go to Airtel right now, is Airtel a buy or a sell as of today? Is Airtel a buy or sell as of today? It is absolutely a sell. According to our rule, if it is below this purple line, we are not going to buy. We will exit all our strategies. Fair enough? As soon as it goes below this orange line, it is a sell for us. Very good. All of you guys are on the same page. And we will buy only if it breaks the all-time high very fast. But if I go see Airtel in the past, when it did this exact same pattern of momentum, you will see, and I go back in the past, when was it below 200-day before? Right? Look at this. Can you see this? Airtel was below 200-day in March 2023. At that point, it had made the all-time high over here, which is point number 1 we discussed. It went down and fell below 200-day, which we don't care because we will not buy below 200-day. But immediately over here, can you see this? From May to June, literally in 2 months, some momentum has come in here and it broke all-time high on this date in July 1st. Can you see this? Can you see this? Point number 3. It broke all-time high over here. Now, do you know what happened between April 23 and June 23? Do you know what happened? No. Do you care what happened? Do you really care what happened between this time? No. But logically, a company that was below 200-day moving average has suddenly come and broken all-time high. Isn't that interesting for a fact that there is some momentum in this company? Yes. Logically, you think about logic, leave everything aside. Think about logic. Company was below 200 days, something was wrong. Within 1.5 months, it came and broke all-time high. I don't care what the reason is. Why it broke all-time high, I don't care. But this has given me an entry point. And what do I mean by entry point? You have to take a position here at, let's say, 855. And then when will we exit this position? Because I don't know the future. When will we exit this position? When will we exit this position? Can you accurately predict the next all-time high or the all-time low? Can you predict the all-time high or all-time low? Nobody can predict. But we said, according to our rule, that, sir, we will exit when this breaks the purple line. Till then, I don't want to use my brains. Fair enough? If it breaks the purple line, I will exit. Do we all agree to that? Okay, let's see how this goes. Let's see how far this goes. When did it break the purple line? When did it break the purple line? And I'll tell you why this strategy is so interesting. Because let's assume you are a salaried employee. You don't have time. right? Or you can do this literally sitting on your weekends and play this strategy, right? Look at this. The first time it broke 200-day moving average was on 30th Jan 2026. That means from June 2023 to 30th Jan 2026, it has given 127% return. 127% return. Is that good or is that bad? Did you have to use too much brains into this? By the way, in this period, Russia-Ukraine war happened, Iran-Israel war happened, Trump tariff happened, but you were sleeping peacefully and you're just saying, boss, let it break the orange line, then I'll exit. Simple. Why do I have to stress too much about it? Yeah. Should I show you a more past example? More past example. Have you heard of a company called Varun Beverages? Have you heard of Varun Beverages? Yeah. No. Varun Beverages is basically, have you had Pepsi? Have you had Lay's chips? Have you had Sting? This is the company that does that in India. Look at this. Right now, it is below 200-day moving average. Means I don't care about it. I'm not going to buy it at all. But when was the last time it was below that? Let me show you. Okay. Same strategy. Look at this. I've already made it ready for you so that it's very easy for you to understand. Can I say that this was one, fell below 200-day for I don't know what reason. I don't care what reason. But over here, November 2020, something happened in the stock. Look at this. Look at this momentum. Something happened in the stock that it just went flying and broke all-time high. Correct? Something happened in the stock that it went and broke all-time high. Do you care what it is? Do I care what it is? No. Our strategy says just take an entry position here. What is the worst that can happen? That this will straight away go down and hit my stop loss. I will lose 13%. The worst case is that it goes down and hits stop loss. Do you agree to this statement? Obviously, we have to look at both sides, good and bad. No strategy is 100%. But my worst case is 13% loss, which is fine. But let's see where this goes. Let's see when it broke. This is 2020. So between 2020, there was Russia-Ukraine war that happened. Trump tariff came in later on. After that, Iran-Israel war happened. Sorry, not Iran-Israel. Palestine, Gaza, all that war happened, right? Where is it going? Where is it going? Where is it going? Where is the first time it broke? Can I say this is the first time it broke? Right? So from November 2020 to September 2024, almost 4 years, look at this return, 622%. 622%. But more than the returns, are you finding it weird that every time a company goes into momentum, this is the same pattern that's playing out? Leave the returns. Returns is secondary. System is important. Are you noticing that the system is coming again and again? Right now, I'll go a little faster and show you same things with all the recent companies I showed you. Remember LTF, which was recently in momentum? Can you see the same pattern again now in LTF? The same V pattern? Look at this. This was the all-time high, number one. For some reason, it was below 200-day. Some weird momentum kicked in, number 3 over here. And if you take an entry position here with the stop loss that it will hit, whenever it goes below this, you sell. Right now, it is at 41%. This is, by the way, recent, June 2025. June 2025. Not even past data, recent data. But are you little trying to like, why is this happening again and again? Stop loss is whenever it hits the purple line, you have to exit. Whenever it hits the purple line, you exit. Don't think too much about it. Why do we have to think too much about it? You have a job, right? You are going and working 5 days a week. You do this on the weekends. Why do you want to stress so much in life? Correct? The purple line is the 200-day moving average. Below that, we are exiting. No problem. Let me show you more examples. Again and again, I'll show you the same pattern. All of this with large caps. I have not even gone to small caps. When was the last time Muthoot was below 200-day? Over here. Look at this right here. Recently, it was in Jan 2025. It was below 200-day. Automatically, you can see the momentum. Automatically, you can see the momentum here. Look at this. Again, we come back to the same thing. 1, 2, 3. What happened to this stock after that? Boom. Beautiful. Same pattern again and again and again. Which company you want? You tell me. SBI. Okay, let's see if this came in SBI. Same pattern in SBI as well. This was the all-time high. This was the 38% return. One below 200 day, I don't care. Something happened, broke all-time high. Same pattern again and again and again. Whenever you see a stock in momentum, it would have started from here. But now you're telling me, Shashank, all this is fine. All this is fine. How do I find the stock? Is that your next question? As I said, I'm going to show you everything today. Is that your question now? Shashank, show me stocks that are currently at point number 3. Show me stocks that are here. Don't show me stocks that is in 1. Don't show me stocks that is in 2. Show me stocks that are in 3. Now, obviously, there are 5,500 stocks, right? The work is going to be very difficult for us to do in 5,500 stocks, and we want all-time high breakouts. Can I make your life easy? Can I make your life a little bit easy? Okay. Because I don't want you to work hard, right, in life. I want you to like relax and not work hard in life. Okay, look at this. There is a screener. Okay, again, completely free. Whoever wants this link, please comment link so the backend team can keep a track of who's commenting link, so we can give that to you later on. It is absolutely free. Okay, you don't have to do anything here. It's absolutely free. It'll automatically tell you all the companies that are currently close to point number 3. Fair enough. Automatically it'll tell you companies that are close to point number 3. There are 61 stocks over here. 61 stocks. By the way, this has small cap, mid cap, everything. If I had to only put the Nifty 200 stocks, which is only the top 200 stocks, it is going to show me only 31 stocks over here. Now, again, our life is very difficult if I have to go through one by one, correct? One by one, if I want to go through, is it hard? Can I give you a shortcut again? Very straightforward shortcut. Okay. Can you see copy over here? Can you see this term copy? COPY. Wonderful. You can click on copy, and then there is something called symbols. Click on symbols, and it says symbols copied successfully. Very good. Thank you very much. I go back to TradingView, which is this tool that you're using for free. And you can see this plus icon over here, right? You can see this plus icon over here. Click on plus icon. And over here, I just do Control V, which is paste. And automatically all those companies have come here. I didn't have to do anything. I'll repeat it once more because it might be confusing for people who are looking at it for the first time. Look at this again. You are on this link that you will get. Fine, fair enough. You got this link. Then can you see this copy over here on the left? You click on copy. Once you click on copy, step number 2, you click on symbols. Basically, you're just copying this symbols. Okay, all the symbols you're copying. You can see the symbol. All of this you're copying right now. That's it. And then you go back to TradingView, click on this button called add symbol, and just paste everything. Control V. So you've copied and you've pasted. Easy? Was it rocket science? Was it rocket science? No, it was fairly easy. Copy and paste. Very good. Now, are you ready? Because now you've seen this pattern multiple times. Are you ready to now look at companies? Yes or no? Are you ready to look at the companies? Okay, let's go one by one. Let's see what are the companies. Is this following any pattern? Yes or no? Is this following any pattern? No. Answer is no. Leave it. Aha. Aha. Look at this. As I told you, I use this strategy myself. Hence, I keep a track of all the stuff that is. Can you see this? Can you see this? Absolutely same thing repeating again right now. And this is at the station. This was one. Okay. This was one, which was the previous all-time high. It was below 200 day even here on Jan 27th. And then something happened from Jan 27 to now. Look at this. From below 200 days, something happened. It went and broke all-time high. What does the strategy say right now? The strategy said you take an entry position here with the stop loss will be at 18%, but it will never happen that it broke all-time high and then next day it comes and hits the stop loss. Very rarely it will happen. Even if it hits, it will go slowly and hit like this. By that time, this also average will come up, right? So this is where you take an entry. Now I don't know where it will go. I don't know where it will go, but this is how you find the entry. Within 5 minutes, I found a company that a little lucky I am. Within 5 minutes, I've already found an entry position. Good or bad? 5 minutes, all free tools, nothing paid. Not 1 rupee you've spent till now on this. Fair enough? Now, again, one more thing about interesting about trading. Will you put all your money in one trade? Absolutely not. That's just stupid if you put all your money in one trade. Obviously, I will put at least 10 trades minimum. If I have 1 lakh rupees, I will put 10,000 in 10 different trades. Fair enough. Will all my 10 trades do well? Will all my 10 trades do well? No. Even if 5 do well, do you think I'll make good money? Even if 5 do well, do you think I'll make good money? That is what we are looking at. I don't want 10 stocks today. I will slowly build this 10 stocks. Every week, there will be some company that is breaking all-time high. By the way, this I'm only showing you large cap companies, right? And look at how this has done. By the way, do you want to see how KEI did in the past? Let's see, when was it below 200 day before? Did it do something again in the past like this? Let's see. So KEI over here, as you can see in 2020, it did the same action. It was below 200 day, broke out over here at this point. You take an entry and you exit when it breaks 200 day. Last time KEI did the same thing. It gave 535% return in 2021 to 2024. Interesting. Same pattern. Repeating the same pattern now. Okay, now you guys are little experts. Let's go and check more companies. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at this. Polycab. Same pattern again repeating, yes or no? Oh my God. By the way, it just left the station. I'm sorry. 5 days late, I think we are. Literally 5 days late. 200 breakout. And we are literally 5 days late. Polycab is up 10%. Polycab's brother, which is KEI, is doing the same thing. But more than the returns, again, I'm telling you the same thing. Are you seeing that very interestingly, the pattern is working again and again and again and again? Same pattern, multiple times. Look at this. One more. Hitachi India. Look at this momentum. Look at this momentum. It's insane. Look at this momentum. Again, 1, 2, 3. Sadly, went up 10%. Again, it was 1 week ago, you would have found this. Last Sunday, you would have found this on your screener. Last Sunday, this would have been a buy. Now it's gone up 10% already. Sad. Right? See this again? Union Bank. Look at Union Bank. Same pattern, guys. I think I've shown you at least 30 examples now that you're seeing the exact same pattern. For some reason, something happened and it went up. Very interesting. As I said, you don't have to find 10 stocks today. You have to just find one by one every single week and you're fine. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes or no? Okay. Can I add, listen to this very carefully. Now that I've shown you this, can I add one more layer on top of this that will make this strategy even more better? Can I add one more layer on top of this, which makes this strategy even? Yeah. Have you heard of something called stage 2 analysis? Have you heard of something called stage 2 analysis? Yeah. No, let me explain. So there's a guy called Stan Weinstein. Okay. Very smart guy, obviously. He made something called stage 2 analysis. And he said the stock usually moves in 4 stages. Stage 1, the stock is flat. It's called the do not disturb phase. Stage 2 is when something happens in the stock and it is in momentum, it is going up. Stage 3, it is sleeping. And stage 4 is the falling stage. If I have to make money or if I want to make good money in the market, which stage should you invest in? Do you invest in 1 where you don't know how long it's going to be in 1? Do you invest in 2, which is in momentum? Absolutely right. You will invest only in stage 2. Only and only in stage 2. But again, there are 5,000 companies. How do I know which company is in stage 2 or not? Correct? That means out of 5,000 companies, I want to know which company is in stage 2. So for that, as I said, I don't like you doing a lot of work. The entire stage 2 trend template is ready. Entire template is ready. Again, very beautiful. Look at this. Right now, there are only 152 stocks. Out of 6,000 companies, only 152 stocks are currently in stage 2. Why am I showing you all of this? Because all of this is now going to come in your metal trading as well, because the strategy is going to be very interesting here. So please understand all of this, right? 152 stocks. But do we need 152? As I said, I'm a low risk taker. I will only go to Nifty 200. I don't want all the companies. I'm sorry. You can play with whatever companies you want. I'm only looking at Nifty top 200 companies. Let me see how many companies now are coming. Only 34 companies are in stage 2. Only 34 companies are in stage 2. By the way, whoever wants the link can just comment link. Then after the session gets over, we can provide it for looking at your backend data. We can figure it out and provide it for you. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to do the same thing as we did before. I'm going to copy symbols. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to remove all these companies and we're only going to put the stage 2 companies which are considered prime setups. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to paste. Let me see what companies have come. 34 companies. Oh, wow. KEI has come here. That means not only is it playing our strategy, but KEI is also in stage 2. Interesting? Yes or no? That means it is giving me a double confirmation that not just it is breaking my previous record, but it is also giving me stage 2 confirmation, which means it is going up. We are in that perfect zone of stage 2. So this is a double confirmation, which is working for us. Okay. Look at this. Polycab is in stage 2. Hitachi Energy. Automatically, the best companies we picked from that previous screener are already coming here as the top companies. You see how refined this is now? You see how refined this is now? That had many companies. This is only refined companies. All the companies that are current. Oh, look at this. One more company coming. One more company is coming to all-time high. IOC. This one already left the station. Apollo Tubes went flying. Look at this. Union Bank went flying. Federal Bank, you could have caught it if you had this strategy. It went up flying. Right? One more coming to the station. SAIL is coming to the station. Look at this. What prime setups. Oh, Bharat Forge has just come to the station. Wow, what a setup. Look at this momentum. Just look at this momentum. What is this momentum that it's picked up from this 200-day? Look at this. 44% momentum. Do you know what's happening with Bharat Forge? Do I care about it? Absolutely not. It has come in my screener. I don't care about it. Automatically, it has come in my screener. Correct? I don't have to sit and go find great companies. Great companies are coming to me. And I'm very happy. Indian Bank. Indian Bank is already flying. But this is where it broke the last time it broke here. From there, it's been flying. From there, Indian Bank left the station. And it is now sitting at 58% returns. My God. Yeah. One more coming to the station. BPCL. Oh my God. Ashok Leyland left the station. Obviously, long ago it left the station. Look at this. And it went up. Correct? Very interesting. But again, Shashank, all this is fine. See, so many companies. I won't go deep into it because every single company is in momentum and you'll see the same pattern again and again and again. So I'm not going to go deep into it. But the thing is, all this is fine, Shashank. What is the proof? What is the proof that this has worked in the past? Show me some backtest data. Fair enough, right? Because we're not junglies. We want data. We want backtest data. So what I did, I used Claude, created one nice strategy for myself, created a PineScript editor. And I kind of figured out a strategy to backtest. And I said, I want to backtest from 2016. I don't care about 2020 because 2020 we had bull run. If the strategy has worked in the past, which is 2016 and later, then it is interesting for me. Correct? So what I did was I just programmed everything into the strategy. And you see this, I'll just remove this down and I'll remove that 200 line because this orange line becomes a new one. And then I said, show me companies that have given me good returns even in the past, right? How does this screener or how does this strategy work? Show me that. Give me the indicators and show me how it works. So look at this. In 2017, before COVID, this strategy had caught it at that point, took a long position in 2017 Feb. Till 2018, it gave an exit. In 1 year, it gave 127% return. Then in 2019, it tried doing the same breakout, but failed within 6 months and gave a minus 13% loss. If I go back to that, let me see how it looks like. See, this is when that it went up and then fell down the same time. Okay. And this is when it did that massive rally. Look at this. This is what it caught last time. Can you see this? It gave the entry point, all-time high breakout. It gave the exit point. Again, gave the entry point. This time it failed, gave the exit point. Look at Polycab India. Let's check Polycab. Okay, let's look at Polycab. Has it given the Oh, wow. Polycap 2021 to 2022, 1 year, 72% return. Again in 2024, it gave 7.19% return. This is back-tested data, by the way. Interesting. This is Hitachi India. Look at this. 171% in 2023 to 2025, then 3%, then 8%. Okay, very interesting. This is Glenmark Pharma, 14%. This is Indian Oil, 68%. Now, this is APL Apollo. Look at this. 200%, minus 1%, plus 5%, minus 15%. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now you understood the power of having a setup, filtering the setup in a very strong level, then backtesting the entire setup, and then figuring out what is good and what is bad. This is how traders operate. We don't go and open Zerodha and Kite and go buy an option. We have a system and we only play the system. Right? Without a system, there is no way we can win. Look at this. 26 minus 15 plus 31. Overall profitable. Right? As I said, no strategy is 100% return. But if you can maximize your gains and minimize your losses, that is where the game truly comes. Right? Look at this. It'll show you the past. This was the all-time high breakout in 2023. Took the exit as soon as it broke the 200-day moving average line. Beautiful. Interesting or not now? Tell me. Look at this. By the way, this was when I told you Indian Bank gave the long. This was when Indian Bank gave the buy position. This is an open position. Look at this. I don't have to do anything. It'll automatically tell me what is buy and what is sell. Look at this. It gave me the buy. The sell has not come yet. It has given 59% return. Are you happy till now? Before I go into metals, are you happy till now? Yes. As I told you, this strategy is mainly used by salaried people, right? Because we don't have time. I have work Monday to Friday. I do this more often, but I sit on Saturday and Sunday and I just need 1 hour because all I have to do is go to this one trend template that is there. I have to go here, click on copy paste and go through 31 setups. By the way, this is only large cap that I've shown you. I have not even gone to small cap. If I go to all stocks, okay, obviously the risk is higher. Please understand that. I'm happy to play only in large cap. But if you want to play anything, you can actually go and play with 152 companies are there for you to check. 152 companies are there. I only showed you 30 companies which are in large cap. But for example, something like an Apar Industries is there. MTAR is there. Like see, Apar is not large cap. But can you see that Apar is coming to 1, 2, 3? It's coming. It's not left the station. It's almost reaching the station. And how did Apar perform in the past? Minus 17 once and plus 618 in the past. Right? As I told you, I have only shown you large cap. I have not even gone to mid cap. I have not even gone to small cap. I will not go there. You can go there. You can check it out. But these type of setups basically come in that range, right? MTAR is another company that is, I think, just left the station, I think right now. Yeah. See, this is all I've been tracking myself. That is why I know these names. Look at this. I keep tracking them myself. That's why I know these names. Crazy? Interesting? Yes or no? Was there any money that you have to pay to do this? Like all these setups are free. So you're happy about this, right? You can actually sit and do this right now at your home. You can make whatever you want. Give me a coffee whenever you meet me next time. Fair enough, right? But now that you have learned one beautiful strategy, now the game is, Shashank, how far can we go with this? Remember, I told you that when you look at metals, when you look at US, you have to play a different game. You should not just play a normal game. What's the point of playing a normal game? Right? We have to play slightly different. When you talk about metals, what comes to your mind? When you say metal trading, what comes to your mind? Gold, yes, silver and copper. Is that correct? Gold, silver, copper. Fair enough. All of us are on the same page. Yeah. Go not one step ahead. Let's go 5 steps ahead. Okay. Look at this. I have made an entire watch list already, which I keep tracking for myself. And I'll show you how I go 1 step ahead. Okay. Forget about this now. Close this for now. Let's go back into learning mode. What are some key metrics I look at? One is I look at Nifty, fair. I look at S&P 500, which is the US index. I need to keep track. I track gold like all of you guys. I track silver like all of you guys. I also track oil, which most of you guys don't track. Are you noticing that oil is in a momentum? Have you noticed, or do you guys know that oil is currently in momentum? Why? Because of the whole tension of what do you call that? Whole tension of Iran, Israel, etc., etc. Oil has come into momentum. Yeah. Do you know that dollar is actually losing? Just the dollar is actually losing. Okay. But Shashank, what do I do with this data? I mean, you've shown me these things. What do I do with this? Can I now tell you where all of this is used and why we track crude oil, why we track gold, why we track silver, why we track US dollar index? We are not stupid people, right? Think about this. If crude oil is going up, if crude oil is in momentum, right? I have two, three options. I can just go buy oil straight away, right? But then won't I be in a very big problem if I just go buy oil straight away? Would that be a problem? Correct? If I go buy straight away. But what can I do as a diversified player? Can I go buy all the oil refineries in the world? For example, India's biggest oil refinery, you know already, right? Who's India's biggest oil refinery today? Reliance. Okay, a little bit of ONGC is there, HPCL is there. They're marketers more than refineries. But you only know Reliance. Who is US's largest? Who is US's largest? Okay, who is Europe's largest? Do you have time to sit and look at all of these companies? Do you have time to sit and understand the entire value chain? Both of you don't have, right? No time at all. So that is why when I look at data like this, even I don't have time to sit and look at it. I go buy interesting ETFs that are not even related to the market. For example, let me show you something. I don't know if you've heard of CRAC. Have you heard of CRAK, CRAC? Look at this. CRAC is basically all the oil refiners in the world combined into one ETF. Look at the momentum here. Are you seeing the returns here? Look at this. Look at how it's going up. In the last 1 year, it has given 86% returns. As I said, why are you limited? India's great, fine. You can buy ONGC, you can buy copper goes up, you can buy Hindustan Copper, fine. Oil goes up, you buy ONGC, BPCL, Oil India. You can see all of them coming into momentum. But my question is, if you have the money and you have 5 minutes to open an international trading account, whether it's Vested, whether it's IND Money, why stick to just looking at one thing? Okay. Remember I told you dollar index is falling. Dollar is falling rapidly. Yes. If dollar is falling a lot, who benefits when dollar falls? Can somebody tell me the right answer? If dollar is bad, which other currency is good? Currency. Dollar is a currency. If currency of dollar falls, who is the next best currency in the world today? A rupee? Not even close. Euro? Can I say that European currency, which is euro, is the next best traded currency in the world after dollar? Fair enough. That means if dollar is falling, automatically you will be shocked that all the European indexes, for example, this is Poland's chart. This is the country of Poland, the index of Poland. This is the index of, let me show you. This is Greece, by the way. European country, Greece. Okay. You have one more, I'll show you. Japan, not required. United Kingdom. Look at this. Just look at this. This is United Kingdom. So if dollar is falling, can I safely say that all the European countries will go up? Connecting the dots, simple. Yeah. So what we did is, in our Telegram community also we did this. We went and bought something called EZU, which is called Eurozone. Eurozone is basically all European countries together packaged in one ETF. Why take risk of one ETF? We'll take the risk of whole everybody so that it is more balanced. And we did that. As I told you, we just bought gold recently. We kept buying gold. As you can see here, fresh breakout is coming in gold, right? And we told everyone to buy gold and they've been buying. We're adding more index, NASDAQ also, we're adding more ETFs. But let me show you some more. We recently added two more companies, CAT and SanDisk. So CAT is basically another interesting company I can show you. CAT is Caterpillar. Look at this. Oof. Okay. Beautiful. But again, I'll show you where we have EU zone as well. We bought Monster recently. We bought RTX because the war is coming in. Shriram Finance was something we gave recently to the people as well. Beautiful momentum. So US trade, gold, add again gold. So we've been adding gold constantly in this market. Mad addition. But we recently bought, and we also play the situation. For example, look at this. If what happens on the weekend, our gold goes up, RTX goes up, but US market goes down. We bought Reliance and we've kept as well. So this is how you play different indexes, right? If I say that dollar is going down, I will go by European companies. Simple. If I say oil is going up, I will go by the oil refiners. If I say gold is going up, then I will go by IAU, which is gold index, right? Which is the gold ETF, IAU, which is what we bought. Look at gold. Beautiful momentum. Beautiful momentum. And you want me to add that 20-day moving average line, you will see it like this. Beautiful momentum. Look at this. And the last time it started momentum was also with the same 1, 2, 3 strategy only, but gold is in beautiful momentum, right? But now let me show you something else. Do you remember that whole rare earth materials happened? You agree that gold is good, Shashank, silver is good, palladium is good, all of this is good. But why do you want to take risk of gold and silver? Would you like taking risk of gold and silver, or would you like to take a balanced basket over time? Would you like to take a balanced basket over time? Very good. Agreed. Have you heard of something which I think many of you guys would have not heard? Okay. And now let me show you that here. I've curated everything and kept for you. Metal ETFs. Look at this. Have you heard of something called PIC? Look at PIC. Look at this. Can you see this? Do you know what PIC is? Metals and Mining Producers Fund across the world. Across the world. If I'm saying that, boss, I'm bullish on metals for the next, that is a metal commodity bull run. Agreed. Next 10 years, metals is good, or next 2 years, metals is good. Why should I go buy just silver and gold? Why can't I just go buy all of this in one basket and say, okay, I'm going to buy the entire thing? Interesting. Yeah. Let me show you something else. Right? This Ring, look at Ring. Ring also, we made a lot of money. Ring is basically gold miners fund. Look at gold miners fund. If gold is doing well, obviously the guys who are producing gold, the miners will obviously do well. And look at how it's going up. Look at the momentum here. Very interesting. Nice. Okay, guys. So obviously today we have run out of time. But today, let's recap what we have learned today, right? Because I don't want to fry your brains out. It'll become burji pav, right? So let me tell you what we have learned today. And obviously, I'll tell you what we're going to learn tomorrow as well. Today, what we learned, first, we understood why metals are very important. Number one, we also understood that don't play metals directly. Everyone in India today, you talk to any of your friends, they will be like gold and silver, right? What is the difference between you and that other friend of yours if you're also saying gold and silver? Our job is to go beyond. Our job is to make sense of nonsense, right? If oil is going up, boss, I will go buy the oil ETF, right? If I feel metals are going up, why should I be linked to gold, silver, copper? I will go buy the entire miners association all across the world. By the way, most of the miners are in Australia, not even in India or US. They're in Australia, by the way. But you don't need to know that, correct? Simple. Now, we did that. Then we said, let's find a strategy, because I said, I won't only teach you about metals. I will go deeper and teach you about Indian market. And I showed you a strategy, back tested that strategy, taught you that strategy all for free, right? About the Indian market. Then we went into metals and I showed you a glimpse of what we can do in the metals. But that is not all, because I've not shown you all the metals, right? There are many things to show you over here, right? So what we're going to do tomorrow, because I don't want to fry your brain, because I think you've already learned a very good strategy. This is what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, I am going to show you each and every metal and how to play metals across. Not just gold and silver. I will show you everything tomorrow on the different types of metals, how you can play it, what you can do. And if you stay till the end tomorrow, I can give you this entire screener that I've already made, right? So I will give you this entire list of companies. You don't have to do anything, because I can just share the link over here. As you can see, there is share list. I can just share this list for you guys, right? So, but I will only teach you and then share. Without teaching, you will just go and do nonsense. So tomorrow I will show you all of this. Metals I will show you. I will also show you the trading bot that we have made and how to use it tomorrow. Apart from that, I will also show you how to use AI with your portfolio, because I feel a lot of people are also getting scared in today's world that AI is coming and what will happen in the world of finance. So another 15-20 minutes, I will show you how to use Claude and your portfolio, right? 3 things I will show you. Then the best thing, if this strategy works in India, have you ever wondered what if this works in US? Maybe there is some tweak, but if this works in India, what if this also works in US? Then can I say that you will have 2 time zones, not 1 time zone, 2 time zones, and you can make money in USD and INR at the same time. Yes, the screeners are different because this screener is only in India. This is not for US stocks. So how do we find the screeners that are for US stocks? How do we use that screener? I will teach you all of that as well. Again, absolutely free. There is no money you have to pay for any of this screener. And it will show you all companies doing that 1, 2, 3 strategy. And we will again backtest, even in US, if this 1, 2, 3 strategy works, do we have to tweak it a little bit? All of that we will cover tomorrow as well. And then I would have shown you metals. India, I finished today, so we will not do India again. Metals, I will show you tomorrow. US, I will show you tomorrow. That means you're amazing. But then I will also show you how to find these countries to invest in. Why stick to only stocks? Go beyond stocks. We are saying stocks are good. US stocks are good. Global metals are good. Commodities are good. Why not global countries as well? Why limit yourself to only invest in India and US? As I said, we have bought European zone. If you had bought iShares UK, United Kingdom, right? Why not? How did it do? How did United Kingdom do? Absolutely wonderful. This is the small cap ETF. But I have all the countries here which I track. Look at this. All the countries. This is UAE, which recently, this is Poland. Just look at Poland, right? But I will teach you how to do this. Just showing you charts is useless. I will teach you how to take setups. I will teach you how to take positions. Look at Thailand. I don't know if you guys have heard of EWY, which is South Korea. Look at this. We took a position here and made some money, but we exited it. And after that, it's gone up even more. But it's crazy. But I will show you all of this tomorrow. Is it fair? Fair enough. My job is to come here and teach you as much as possible and do justice for your time. Right? I feel today I have done some justice for your time. And I think tomorrow I will do 2 times more justice of your time. But again, I want to ask you guys this question. Did you enjoy day 1? Did you enjoy day 1? I will call up Sharan back on stage if he's there. But did you enjoy day 1?
Amazing, amazing. I think my brain has been fried seeing all of these things. So many interesting topics, guys. Guys, we've come to the end of day 1. Now, before we let you guys go, I have to ask you something. Now, I see a lot of people saying, Sharan, how can we join the Telegram community which Shashank was showing earlier? How can we sort of learn more from Shashank? So all of that, we will reveal it tomorrow. But for me to sort of understand how many of y'all are actually interested, I'm going to now drop a form. Aman from my team is going to drop a form now in the chat section. And you have to fill that form. This is an invite only. It is going to be an application form for me to get an interest of how interested and serious you guys are of changing this into an actual trading skill set into your life. So Aman, can you please drop the link in the chat section? Perfect. Aman has already dropped. Let me just screen share it for you guys.
Also, guys, one more thing I want to just explain. That Telegram group is a private group. Please do not go to Telegram, find Shashank Udupi, because a lot of scam Telegram groups will also be there and you will get scammed of your money. There is no way to get access publicly for that Telegram group. It is only an access only or invite only kind of a Telegram group. So please don't go and start finding it and get scammed. Okay. There is no access to it.
This is the only way to get in, guys, into the Telegram community and a lot of other things which I will talk about tomorrow. But for me to know how many of y'all are interested, you have to fill this form. It'll take you 1 minute. This is the form. The link has been put in the chat section. Please fill this form. You have until tomorrow. And tomorrow at 1 p.m., I will reveal how you can get in, what are the things that we have. All of that will be explained tomorrow. And like Shashank said, tomorrow we are going to be going even deeper into metals trading. We're going to be teaching you how to connect your personal trading and investment portfolio with Claude. So we're going to teach you how to prompt with Claude to sort of get insights about your current investments. So, and a lot of other things will be talked about tomorrow, such as US trading, crypto trading. What are the other things that we will be talking about, Shashank? If you can just deep dive on tomorrow's session.
So